What's up all? Today I wanted to review these roller step stool that I bought from Jegs. It's just kind of like a stool that you can use for working on cars. It's meant for the garage. Today I'm going to use it because I want to wax the sides of my car and I'm too lazy to stand up. But I'm sure it's for other jobs if you have a bench or something like that. It'll be a little more useful to help you work on your car. You can do it sitting down versus standing up if you're old like I am. So I just wanted to show you what's in this package. So I'm gonna unbox it, but really I'm just gonna show you how to put it together and if it's worth your money. Alright, so it is on wheels. I'm struggling to get it out. Alright, so this is obviously gonna be the base of it. Can't see, it's got 5 wheels, one in there. And it looks to be okay construction so far. I'm gonna get a better angle so you guys can see it. So this is going to be the base of the stool. It slides around, obviously. It's got wheels. It should be pretty simple as far as I can tell. It should be a base, a seat, some hardware. So here's your seat. Jegs, obviously not sponsored by Jegs. Jegs, if you want to sponsor me, you can do it. But I like things. But I guess going to be the structure to the seat right here. Got some bracketry, keep to the side. This is going to be the base of the seat. There's 2 nice arms. Pretty good quality so far. I think I got this for like 80 bucks, which is not horrible. And too fat for this. Alright, so more bracketry. The seat. We got some hardware in here. It comes with its own little tiny wrench. Let's see, a wrench over here. A little crazy difficult. Doesn't look like. So that's all the contents in the box. Just gonna lift this guy out. Got this diamond plate portion for, well, I don't know what. And what's great, okay, I was going to say there's no instructions. Okay, there are the instructions right there. And it doesn't look nuts. You've obviously got to start with assembling the base for it. And you pretty much mount it on here. I don't think it's going to be super hard, to be perfectly honest. But you guys are going to follow me doing it. So I'm guessing the last part is that in itself. Sorry for the tremendous noise. Alright, so it looks like step 1 is going to be getting the base of this together. So we're going to need to get the diamond plate portion. That is this here. And we're going to be attaching it to these guys. So let me just figure that out real quick. Alright, so I just want to go over what kind of hardware that we get with the set. There's going to be different screws in here. This is 10 screws here. The shorter one. It's going to use a Phillips screwdriver. 2 longer ones, still Phillips. There are 4 bolts in here with nuts on the back side. You have the wrench for it, but I mean, it looks like you would need 2 wrenches. I don't know why they would do that. Alright, so on one side of these 4 bolts over here, you can probably just use your 13mm. I'll leave that out. That's going to be useful because, I mean, the wrench is great, but if they give you a wrench, I mean, it should go on both sides. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but whatever. It exists. But yeah, so you just got a bunch of screws. For some reason, 1 nut and 3 washers. I don't really even know what that's going to be for, to be honest. Why would there be 3? I don't really honestly know. But I'm going to start putting it together, and I'll show you guys what I'm up to. Alright, so step 1 is complete. It's right here. It's pretty much showing that you got to take this diamond plate part right here and screw them to the, I guess, an A-arm, technically. As far as the orientation goes, it looks a little confusing. They don't quite specify it, but in the picture, it shows these. So you've got these 2 indents on this side. This guy and this guy, and that goes to the short side over here. There's going to be short side of the A-arms, and longer ones in the back of the feet. And then, so if that helps you, the large backing plate goes onto that side, where the side where the feet are, and the short side with the two prongs or indents, or I guess that's just a place for legs to go. I don't know what it is, but that's going to the short side right here. All right, so I'm going to move to step number 2. All right, step 2, or I guess technically how they have the step 3 is complete on here. This is the frame of the seat. I forgot how weird it is, how this thing juts forward, but essentially it's so you can sit up here and then store stuff down here. So that's something. The diamond plates too. I don't even know. Run into people? Seems like a fun thing to joust with, but I guess it protects you from scratching stuff by smashing into it. I don't know. But the seat eventually goes up here. So I'm just going to proceed to the next step and show you what that is. Okay, so just an FYI, for the hardware on here, you got to use the super long bolts over here and the nuts at the bottom. What I did, I used the wrench that they provide, this little fellow, held it onto here with one hand, and on the opposite side, I have my socket wrench. I use my 13mm on here, so you can just tighten them up. That's what holds these things together, pushes this through, and there's obviously one on each side that's going to do it. I believe, based on what I saw here, that this orientation is correct. Yep, looks to be. So you've got these little bump stops on the back end, and then you've got your diamond plate jousting thing on the front end over here, and your seat will eventually come up here. So I'll move on to the next part where I get the brackets on the seats and then put the seat on. Should be it. All right, so next step was getting the brackets onto the seats. The only thing that you have to notice is that these ends of the brackets go down. I mean, there's no way to point them upwards, so I don't even know why that's a thing. You just use 4 of those smaller screws into there. And now we're going to go to the next step. The logo, you can kind of flip this around, put it on both sides, wherever you want the logo to be. So mine is going to face this way, but you can obviously have yours face any way you want. But yeah, mine's going to come down here. I don't know where this mounts, to be perfectly honest. Oh no, mine's going to go here. That's what I thought. Yeah, so mine will be facing this way when I'm looking at it. Yours can face the opposite way. It's really however you want to do it, but that's pretty much where it is. Now I'm going to go to the next step. All right, so the last steps in getting this completed, obviously you're going to get your seat mounted. That's going to be the main thing they have to do. So with your seat bracket installed, it's going to be 2 separate revisions, because obviously this has to be a flat seat, and the A-arms are shaped like an A, so that's not going to work. So you've got this bracket on this side, and you've got the flat portion with the tab on this side. So your bracket down here, that's going to house your long screw. That goes through one side. On the back side, you have a 10mm bolt. That's this little guy right here, or 10mm nut. Same thing on this side. You got a screw. It's for your Phillips. There we go, Phillips. That's your 10mm on here. And you've got your 2 just screws back here. So I use a screw, these are short screws, and you got a washer on both sides. And over here you got your hardware. So the easy way to do this, what you want to do, because this has to line up perfectly, get these ones in first. So you don't have to tighten them first, but you can if you like. I like to tighten at the end. I just put my long screw through here, just so this thing is sitting up right here, because this will just kind of flail around if you're trying to mess with this side. So just get the screws in through that side. I tightened these on the back end. I used 2 washers on this side. So this is a short screw and a washer, short screw and a washer. And on this side is the long screw, washer, and a 10mm nut. So like I said, put these in first, screw these 2 on, and then over here, I don't know why they didn't give you anything for this, but this is my only criticism for the kit is there's a 10mm nut on the side, and they give you nothing to tighten your 10mm nut with. So you screw it into this side, and you're supposed to hold the 10mm nut. That doesn't work for me. As you can see, your wrench that you provide here, or you're provided with, it doesn't go on that. It goes on a 13mm, whatever the metric equivalent is. But so what I did, just put your socket on this side with your socket wrench. This guy, hold it on this side, you can keep your screw on this side, and tighten. That's it. Everything's good to go. I'm gonna give it a shot. This rolls around nicely, obviously, and what's great is there's no remaining hardware, so you know that's a good thing. You know you didn't screw up. Right. Well, it looks like kind of nice quality. I mean, you get to sit around and do stuff. Like I said, I'm gonna wax the sides of my car right now, so I'm gonna sit on it. I can keep all the stuff inside here that I'm working on, which is kind of nice. So it's got its own little tray, and you know, the quality seems pretty good. Little front heavy because of this jousting thing. I really don't know what this is for, to be perfectly honest. I think it's supposed to turn into a step stool, from what I can see. Oh, okay, yeah, it's a step stool. That's what it is. So this is going to be your step stool / cart. So that's why it turns over like this, and that's why you can joust on one side, because you can stand on it to reach precarious things. But yeah, I mean, it seems to be good quality. I'm going to try it out and see if it's any good. And if you guys like videos like this, you can feel free to subscribe. Thank you. Bye.